Well, I told you I'd get some cutting done. This is a field that I didn't realize we'd actually gotten to with the disc after we combined last year. And I came in and fertilized it. Realistically, if all the oats was still standing and the grass didn't help pull it down, this would have been a good one to leave to combine, but would have been a lot smoother too. Combine rides smoother than a tractor. So I'm on my 5th round. So I'm really just into where it was disc diagonally now. I have felt it all the way through between how rough it is and the gophers. I'm cutting as high as I can. And really, what you can see, I'm not scalping anything. You know, over there I ended up right in the furrow that the disc left. Oh, and in my video I put up earlier when I was checking fields, right over here in the corner where I came in is where that little fawn came out. And I ended up parked in the middle of the screen down there. He walked right up to the front of my truck. And I really don't know why I wasn't thinking about getting my phone up. And of course I know why, because there's a hump in the road right here and people fly about 70 miles an hour on this road. And if y'all seen the other video, y'all know how narrow the road is. This mower does a 10-foot cut, and with the mower in the oncoming lane, I still hang over the edge of the asphalt. So, yeah, people are idiots. In fact, I almost had an idiot hit me. Before I got here, I was that direction. Right around the set of corners where you can't see because the trees are in the way, there's a bridge. And I was just this side of the bridge. It's like, dude, you're driving in the ditch because I'm already rubbing the fence on the edge of the road. And yeah, he found his way to the ditch. This place changed hands and we still have it. Unlike another place that changed hands about the same time. I was going to try to talk to the people that bought the other place. It's like I had it in a video a while back. Piece I haven't baled yet. Kind of looked like this when I cut it. I never got their number. I got their names from the neighbor and I was going to stop and talk to them. And of course couldn't catch them at home. And then finally the one day you go by and they are home, they mowed everything off with a lawnmower. Well, it would have looked better than this. It was looking pretty good. So apparently they don't want me to farm it, and that's fine. They're from out of state. They'll find out what Washington County does for taxes. Because if I don't sign that piece of paper that says I made X number of dollars off it every year for the last 5 years, they're in a totally different tax bracket for property taxes. In fact, some of that new stuff we got up on the side of the one hill we planted this year, those people found out the hard way when the last guy walked away and kept telling them he was going to be back and farm it. The one guy has 5 acres, about 3.5 of it is in part of the field. And because he didn't have his farm deferral on his taxes for 3 years out of 5, his tax bill came, it was $10,000 more than it should have been. And the county put a lien on his property until they get that $10,000 extra. So that's just how wonderful it is here. For those of you that have lower taxes or have higher taxes even, but, you know, complain that it's too much. Who knows? Anyway. So yeah, dusty, junk. Actually quite a bit of green in it considering. I know I'm putting a bunch of seed back on the ground, but a lot of it's still in the windrow. It'll be in the bale. It'll be in the cow. This is the kind of stuff I kind of like to call summer feed. Especially when they're low on pasture, because this will make up for what they're not getting. Save the better stuff for calving season. Coming up to calving season when they really need the nutrition. But I suppose that's enough for now. From here, I'm going to go a quarter mile down the road, hang a left, go about 500 feet, turned into a grass field that's pretty good, and cut it. It's the one that's right next to the one where I got number one running the little baler when she had all the trouble. And in fact, that guy called me when I was trying to get over here to cut this to find out when I was going to do that. He's chomping at the bit to get that. And yeah, I know. I only do so much at one time. Told him I'd be there in about an hour and a half. I'm going slower than I want to here just simply because it's too rough. If this was smoother, I could be flying along, but what am I doing? Push the right button. I'm doing 5.5 miles an hour right on the money. I should be doing about 8 miles an hour. It's what it is. Or 10 miles an hour. Fields that are smooth enough, even if they're heavier than hill, they'll still cut it 10 miles an hour just fine. Oh yeah, here's our hill. I don't like this one down by the road because cutting hay, I can't find the ditch. And I know I left a strip, and that's just fine. I'd rather leave a strip than end up on top of the cap, laying in the middle of the road. So, anyway, I'll see if I can get you some more later. Maybe it won't be quite as dusty. And yes, dusty stuff sucks. Well, I finished one dusty patch. I'm into another. Anybody wants some gophers, come get them. You can have them. We've trapped, we've sulfured, we've shot them. You can get as many as you want, and it doesn't make a dent. This is one of those pieces we planted, I don't know, 15 years ago. We used to grain farm this patch. You know, equipment gets a little bigger, then you can't get it into places. Couldn't get the combine in anymore. Nowhere in here to put the header on. We used to come in the neighbor's driveway right there. Up here there's a little gap in the fence. But that place has changed hands and they don't keep the driveway up. And I'd spend an hour every time we come in here cutting branches and finding a place to throw them. So then the old gal that used to own this, she's passed on now. Our second 135 Massey was actually hers. She bought it brand new. It's a granddaughter or something, I think, living here now. But they cleaned up around the far end of that shed. So we come in the driveway to the house and pull a tight U-turn and come in the corner of the field. Works out for cutting and baling, fertilizing, and that kind of thing. Can't get the bale wagon in that way. We got to go down and turn around and come back. But we got a place about a quarter mile down the road here that I was hoping to get cut today, but I'm not going to get that far. We go down there, turn around, and come back. Then when you're loaded, going out, you got to do the same thing. But not near as dusty as that other field. And even where the gophers and the moles aren't, it's dusty. Just that time of year. Well, by the calendar, not really that time of year, but by the way things have gone this year, it is. This patch has a bunch of that fennel grass in it. So there's places there's no gophers at all, but the moles are still there. I ran into that on the outside rounded a bunch of it. They don't like the fennel grass. I don't know why. I just wish it produced a lot more. So we normally get between 4 and 5 ton to the acre on a single cutting. And fennel grass is 2 to 2.5 ton. But it doesn't matter when you cut it. You can cut that stuff the end of September if it's dry enough to go bale it. There it is right there. That's all fennel grass. Well, 90% anyway. But there's enough fescue in there that the gophers are still after the fescue, I guess. they'll finish eating the fescue off, and then they won't have it. But everything's a lot worse with gophers this year than it has been. We had too mild of a winter, I guess. The little buggers never hibernated. On the days we could get out, we were actually smoking some, but you can't do that this time of year. Well, you can, but you might be buying the neighbor a new house. Oh, and difference between a disc bind and a regular hay bind with a sickle on it. Disc bind, when I hit those gopher mounds, it can leave a little strip. One right there. I don't know if you saw it or not. Because the dirt will roll ahead of it and knock it down. With a sickle machine, you don't see all that dust because you don't have the airflow created to make all that dust. So you still end up with dirty hay if you got them. The difference here is some of that's actually blowing away. I'd prefer a nice windy day and let it all blow clear off the field, but that ain't gonna happen. Anyway, this is kind of like another video I did today. My second attempt on this part of it. I actually started videoing when I started the field, but you know, I ain't real good at editing. I can splice them together. As far as that super duper editing stuff, I ain't so good at that. I ain't figured it out yet. Maybe someday. And there's gophers right in here too, because I'm pulling her down quite a bit. And I'll go one more around the whole thing, and I'll finish that back off a little easier. Right across the fence, that's where number one was baling little bales here a while back and having troubles. That's also the guy that's going to take all this. Makes it kind of handy. I've told him for the last 10 years, put a farmer gate in the middle of that fence. But he won't do that. That's up to him. He's got to drive out on the road and come around and weasel his way through all his menagerie over there to get to his barn. Open and put a gate right over there. He can back from here right into his barn and unload it. Save him. Well, by the time he gets the whole field cleared, probably save him a few hours. Because this is not a good place. His place or this place. Humping the road is right between the two driveways. And you can't see anything either way until you're in the middle of the road. That is what it is. So I'm going to finish this one up. And I got a little patch on the way home. Kind of like that last one I just did a little bit ago. Volunteer oats and grass. I'm going to go knock it down and go home. That's after 4:30 now, so being I'm not going real fast. This is a lot smoother than the last field, but I'm still not going real fast. It'll take a little bit. Either way, pretty sure I won't miss dinner. It'll still be there when I get there. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I haven't said it for a while, but see what happens with the ride. You know, I started this very first video was cutting hay at home. Wasn't near this dusty. And I had no idea where it was going to go. I thought, oh, hey, maybe I'll get 100 subs or something. Maybe I'll get 20, who knows? And instead, well, I've got right around 1,250 now, even after YouTube did a little purge and got rid of some here a week or so ago. I had the count drop, and once they did their purge, it actually came back up faster and higher than it was. Well, I appreciate that. A lot of other channels I know got the same thing. Apparently that's something they do once in a while, get rid of the bots and whatever. And, you know, I know I had a few bots as they pop up a very generic reply or very generic comment. And early on, I was blocking them. I don't want that stuff. Well, then I realized they all count. They're all leaving comments. Maybe they hit the like or not, I don't know. But that all makes YouTube points. So then I started leaving that alone, and I just go ahead and like and hit the little heart button by their comment, which that all adds points too. So they helped me get that magic 1K. I don't know how many of them helped, but they did. Is what it is. What I got now, well, say they already did their cleanse or purge or whatever you want to call it. So what I got now, as far as I know, y'all are real people. And I've said it before too, I got an awesome group of subscribers. I really do appreciate all of you. A few of you trying to help me find some tractor parts. And all of you sending well wishes when something's not right. There's, I can tell, I got another week and a half before I got number one back to work. You've all helped her out. Whether the prayers went upstairs and it actually did some good there or not, I don't know, but at least boosted her a little bit anyway. And everybody appreciates that. Just the fact somebody's thinking about you makes your day better. I really don't want to see how dusty it is right now. But anyway, yeah, I rambled too much. So I'm going to let you go because now I'm going to do this little itty bitty triangle so I don't got to come back here anymore. That was like the last pass. I was going to come all the way back. Then it gets just too far running without cutting. So I'm asked why we go round and round. Well, because we're always cutting. We're always baling. And with the shape of most of our fields, hopefully I get this. The shape of most of the fields, you can't really work them back and forth. This one ain't so bad. It's long and narrow. Just end up with some short runs over here. But most of them, by the time you get enough rounds around the outside to make it work to go back and forth, you may as well finish the field. All right, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for watching.